Look, you're already optimized. You just need to speed up. What's up, everybody? It is me, Ryan. I am your Nootropics information wizard. Whoops, sorry for the lighting situation. I'm going to try to hold this, make it stay like just like that. Okay, great. Look, livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog, giant blog for Nootropics information. Facebook at facebook.com/cortexstacks is our Facebook page. I need you to like it, and I need you to like it soon. Facebook.com/cortexstack. Look, 6 powerful products support this broadcast, and every free bit of information that we put out, here they are. Elite level nootropic products. All right, number 1, the Cortex nootropic stack. Look, I just want to give you other people's perspectives on the Cortex stack. Look, we built a powerful stack with the intention of making an exceptionally strong nootropic stack. So, you've got Adderall, and then you've got strong nootropics. We tried to make it right on that next level of strong nootropics that really make a difference. It's called Cortex. Folks love it. Get it at livecortex.com. I can't explain anymore because I'd be taking up too much time. We've got 5 digital nootropics books. Download them at livecortex.com. We have a Nootropics consulting service, which is a 40-minute call with me and 15 additional email correspondences about nootropics. Get that at livecortex.com. Then we have a Nootropic starter pack, a bottle of Cortex, and Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the new age book on nootropics. It's the one you need if you're new. Get that stuff at livecortex.com. My mic is good. Okay, so here's the deal. I just want to, answer a question. Well, really, I feel like I get this email in various forms, kind of all the time. And let's just imagine this scenario. Imagine a scenario where somebody is getting into nootropics because they're trying to get more energy and get more motivation and be more productive. They're not very productive right now. They just sort of can't get themselves to work on stuff. They can't get themselves to do things. They just don't have the brain capacity to do it. But if you sat them down and gave them some sort of complex math problem or gave them an IQ test as an example, if they could get into it, if you force them to do it, they do pretty well. So probably a high IQ individual, perhaps in the 110 to 120 range. This is the type of individual you probably want to hand your receipt if it's a $120 bill and you have no idea how to calculate, the 15% of that off the top of your head because you don't have a phone or whatever. So you'd hand that person your bill and they kind of make the calculation in their head. You force them to do it. If they're forced to do certain logical, complex mental processes, they can do it. Okay, but if you ask them to go be productive and start a business or do something that they really want to do in life, something they might admire that someone else does that they want to get themselves to do, they don't stand a chance. They could just not get themselves to do it. They try to take racetams. Okay, so to try to fix that problem, they try to take oxiracetam or phenylpiracetam or piracetam or whatever, and they get marginal benefits. Somewhat marginal benefits. But really the only thing that increases is their capacity to do all this logical processing that they do, but not any motivation or energy to do other stuff that they really would like to do. They're really not into even doing the logical stuff. They kind of hate the fact that people hand them the receipts and they're the math guy or the math girl or whatever. Kind of just don't like that. They'd rather just be the outgoing and outspoken, energized person that's getting shit done in life, right? Then though, you give that person something like phenylalanine, which is essentially dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine building block. Or you give that person something like L-tyrosine, or you give that person something like L-dopa, which will go and facilitate dopaminergic functioning of the brain. You give that person something like uridine monophosphate, or the Cortex stack, which is a strong dopaminergic motivation, just crank up the energy type of stack. And suddenly, after they tried all these other nootropics that everyone thinks are so cool and that everyone responds so significantly to and everyone gets all this good brain performance from, and they didn't do shit for them in the realm of what they wanted to get done, motivation and mental energy and productive drive and wanting to accomplish things in life, they start working on dopamine and they start working on energy and they start getting their brain, kind of alert and alive and motivated, and boom, now they're productive. Now they're motivated. Now they want to get stuff done. Now they feel like they're that person that wants to go out there and drive and just get shit done and be a killer. What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story that I had to tell you through a story, because people respond better to that, and I hope you guys liked it, is that, look, some people in the realm of nootropics just do not need optimizations to any areas. Some people would rather not have the optimizations. Some people are just so good at logical processing that they just don't want to do it anymore because they've just been the receipt guy all their lives, and they hate that. and they just want to be like me. They just want to be like an outgoing, motivated, hardcore person. And if you're that person, if that's where you're at, you're going to respond better to theacrine, you're going to respond better to modafinil, you're going to respond better to adrafinil, you're going to respond better to the Cortex stack, you're going to respond better to CDP choline versus alpha GPC, you're going to respond better to uridine, versus Noopept. You're not going to respond all that well to Noopept. You're not going to respond all that well to coliracetam. You're not going to respond all that well to pramiracetam. You won't respond all that well to PRL 853. Different strokes for different folks, different type of brain function that people need. And what's critical in looking at what you need in the realm of nootropics is understanding, who you are and which system you need to work on, and not feeling bad and not feeling weird and not feeling like, why isn't this working or doing what I want if you can't get racetams to do what they do for other people. It's gonna be different for everybody. Maybe you just need some phenylalanine. Think about it. Thanks so much for watching. And hey, if you want a powerful stack that's highly dopaminergic and very facilitative of motivation, look at the Cortex stack right now. Coupon code 5, F-I-V-E, get your Cortex for 27 bucks. Look at your strong stack. Probably the coolest, it might not be the best to give a testimonial on, but the coolest testimonial and example of people that take our stack are poker players. I just think that's so cool that it's sort of struck gold and hit pretty significantly in terms of popularity in the pro poker world. Like, you got guys in Vegas, you got guys in PA in the Sands Casino, folks in casinos in Atlantic City that buy Cortex, take the Cortex stack, and sit down and gamble, right? And play blackjack and play 5-card, whatever the heck, play poker and win money and sit there for 5 hours just like focused in and locked in because they took the Cortex stack. Get it at livecortex.com. We'll explain the rest of our stuff here in a second. Thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex stack does. Moving right along, the aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it, we delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stack for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that racetam. There's 8 major nootropic racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.